Hello, Golf Achievers. This is Brad, and I've got an exciting announcement. I am partnering with the Hurricane Junior Golf Tour, along with the Minnesota Junior PGA Tour, but today is more about the Hurricane Junior Golf Tour. So we're going to do one event a month through June after the high school season through October. So with Academy membership, and you get complimentary membership into the Hurricane Tour, a $250 value. You also get member pricing, which is about $75 off. And then priority waitlist status if you are late. We're going to try to sign up together, so I'll explain that here as we go along. And then you also get a portal into the Junior Golf Hub, which is a cool resource, especially for developing junior golfers. So this is the proposed schedule. If you want to play in more events, you're more than welcome to, but these are the 5 events that I am committing to training for, or helping kids train for, and kind of peak at these times. So again, there's one in June, July, August, September, and then the one on the right is the one at Rush Creek, October 1st and 2nd, so pretty much the early part of October. So this is a kind of a 4-month program, if you will, really 5 events in 4 months. So if you are, this is kind of my long-term planning. If you want more details on this, happy to show it to you. We'll take a look at kind of our prep season, and this is how I like training my competitive junior athletes. We have a focus on a bunch of different things, not just golf swing, but we want to teach them how to train and compete. So yes, technical training is important, but probably not as important in the competitive side of the or competitive side where you're learning how to get it in the hole and focus more on the target. So talk a little bit about rules and etiquette. We will be doing small group playing lessons once a month along with the tournaments. There's purposeful practice, games, drills, and exercises. Got a few cool resources for that. Again, rounds, here's some recommendations for how many times you should be playing and how many rounds of competition you should have is also on here. And then working out, some agility, balance, coordination, strength, and speed training. So all of that will be included in the program. So this is really intended for that competitive junior golfer that does want to play some college golf. So what does it take to play college golf? As my friends at Duke University, when we got to spend a little time with them, they said 2 simple things, and that was low scores and high grades. So what they mean by that, if you're trying to play as a freshman, if you're shooting between 72 and 76, that'll probably get you on the radar for some decent schools. Sophomore, 70 to 74, junior, 68 to 72, and if you can get lower than 68, that definitely does grab their attention in competition. They don't really care about your home course or your handicap, because those are sometimes vanity metrics that it's easy, and they don't really look at high school golf because the courses are too short and they play relatively easy pins. So the Hurricane Tour is set up more as a college prep. You're going to see some tournament pins, some tough pins, more tucked pins, if you will. And then as a senior, if you haven't got recruited yet and you're trying to get recruited as a senior, they're really looking for scores 64 to 70. Okay, so if you can shoot better scores early, you're in good shape. So if you have game, we'll travel, and that's why I am doing this program for Academy members. And even if you're not an Academy member and you want to get into the Hurricane Tour, I will be happy to help you out here as well. But here's the progression that you need to take, especially if you're a high school competitive golfer right now. You got to be the best in your group, then you got to be the best at your course. If you want to play college golf, you got to beat all those adults too. Okay? And then you got to be the best in the county, then the region, state, country, and then international. And if you really want to be super good, intergalactic. All right. So here is my improvement process. So we usually start with an on-course playing lesson, and that leads to kind of what we call the natural movement patterns or the discovery session. Talk about some pieces of that here in a minute. And then we try to benchmark skills and look at your strengths and weaknesses, show you how I do that. And then purposeful practice. And that is kind of benchmarking, or from the benchmarks, we pick specific games, drills, and exercises to help you improve. This summer, I will be doing some playing lessons out at Timber Creek, along with a few other places, but to be announced. So My 4 core areas that I think every golfer can improve are scoring mindset, and that's kind of the emotional and mental management part of the game. Then you've got course strategy, which is obviously the rules, strategy, and target selection. I like using Decade and teach a lot of Decade or Scott Fawcett stuff with that. And then purposeful practice. Again, drills are internal feels. There's a time for that. Games are external target awareness activities. You're trying to hit it through a gate, hit it on a spot, knock it in the hole. I do a lot of those, especially this time of year in the competitive season. And exercises are obviously things that you can do without a club or a ball. And natural movement patterns, kind of look at setup, backswing, balance, finish. Those are the main 3. There's a lot more to the swing. And again, everybody's got a different body. Everybody has a different motion. If you want, we'll kind of show you here in a minute how we develop golf swings. So all of our junior golfers will start in this program with a strategy session. So we'll take a look at, I'll explain my core values. I'll ask you to pick 3 or 4 things that I can count on you from, whether it's hard work, integrity, honesty, all those kind of things from you, but mine are have fun. I strive for excellence in everything I do. I want to be innovative and find new and fun ways of doing things. And golf is a game, and games should be fun, so this should be kind of entertaining, right? Score focus, whether you're trying to break 100, you're trying to break hopefully 80 or even 70 in this case, if you want to be part of the regional tournaments. We would kind of put your score focus, and then we'll rate your skills, or I'll have you rate your skills. We'll go through the skills assessments, and I will rate your skills as well. And then we'll kind of build out a 12-week program, or even it might be month by month. It might be a summer-long or a year-long program. We'll talk about that. Okay. So in the skills assessment, they look at typically 4 core areas, and that's tee shots, approach shots, wedges, and putting. So if you're looking for a quick, basic way of benchmarking your improvement, you can download this form from my website. It is the Core 4 golf skills. So if you want to do this on your own, you're more than welcome to. It will give you a ranking for how good you are and how good you need to be based on the handicap or the type of scores that you want to shoot. This is one of our purposeful practice forms. And again, purposeful practice to me is any time that you intentionally try to benchmark your improvement or you're measuring improvement. So that might be making or hitting 10 putts. How many can you make from 4 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, whatever the distance is? Now you've got a benchmark and you're trying to be a little bit better the next time. 9 holes up and down is one of my favorite short game games. 9-hole putting kind of complements that if you're struggling with distance control. 9 holes putting works on those type of skills. And again, there's about 10 skills that we look at from speed development all the way through putting. So putting, there's a couple putting games, a couple wedge games, a couple approach shot games, a couple tee shot games, and then talk a little bit about ball control or kind of the 7 shots. Can you push it, pull it, fade it, draw it, hit it high, hit it low, and hit it straight? Next, we'll talk and kind of develop their pre-shot routine, or what I call scoring mindset, and what do they think about before, during, and after a stroke. So we talk about the assessment phase. Can they assess the lie, determine or the conditions, determine the playing yardage, select a club, take a trustworthy rehearsal stroke, and then so that's the pre-shot routine. Again, you've got 5 fingers, so thumb is 1, index finger 2, middle finger 3, ring finger 4, pinky finger 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can do those 5 things before every shot, it will at least set you up to play or to perform well. It may not guarantee that you're going to hit good shots, but at least you're in the mindset to hit a good shot because you're clear with your objective of what needs to be done. Okay? After that, in the performance phase, it's kind of that decision line right before you cross that decision line. Now your focus changes from maybe a stroke to the target. You see the target shape and trajectory, step into the ball, walk up and strike it. And then the reinforcement phases is where champions are made. You ask the questions, was it good, great, or needs work? If it needs work, what solution do I need? Move on from there, answer the question, put the club back in your bag. Again, I have no problem with juniors or even adults being a little frustrated or angry even until they put the club back in their bag. After they put the club back in their bag, then it's time to move on. Okay? So it is okay to have some emotions. We just have to direct them in the right spot and hold on to them and acknowledge them, and also redirect sometimes as needed. So we dive a little deeper into this as we go along through our training, but this is our basic 3-step process for developing a scoring mindset. We use a lot of, so they will have tasks each week outside of class. There'll be different scorecards. These are some of the different scorecards. This one happens to be the accountability scorecard. Parents, you might like that one. But there's different ones from the scoring mindset. We use a Vanderbilt scorecard, purpose, visualization, all these different scorecards that I've created over the years, and kind of blend what the student needs to really get focused and to perform and play their best when it matters most. Etiquette is our golf fitness app I'm going to start using. It has some different assessments, so your player will have the option of working out with a purpose. They will work out with me once a week, and then they will also have the option of doing workouts, and we can plan them for 15 minutes all the way to 90-minute sessions. I don't think too many kids need to be working out for more than 90 minutes, but really 15 to 30 minutes is all that we really need 2-3 days a week, especially in season. You're doing enough walking, carrying your bag, or walking or pushing a cart. I'm actually a big advocate of pull carts on a growing spine. Different discussion for another day, but fitness will be included. My partners over at Etiquette are awesome, and look forward to sharing with you a little bit about that if you choose to get involved with their program. I also use what's called the Coach Now app, or the Pluth Golf Achievement Coach Now app. It streamlines our communication. Everything is in one place. We take videos. Parents, you can watch what we're doing in the lessons. You can see how we're holding them accountable. I assign kind of the task list each week through the app. There's different benchmarks and different activities. If they have questions in between lessons, they can take videos, write me a note, do audio notes, and send me stuff in between, so I'm kind of full service. Anytime, I try to get back to everybody within 24 hours, except if it's on a Sunday, I try to take Sundays off. Okay. So again, Coach Now can be used either on your phone, tablet, laptop, whatever. So it is a multifunctional app. So here are the coaching options. So again, we're going to do 2 hours a week, and that'll be either at Twin Cities Orthopedic here in Eden Prairie or Timber Creek. We'll do pods of 4. Okay, so I'll probably have multiple teams, hope to have 2, maybe 3 teams. So it's going to be a small group of people that are training and playing for these events. So it'll be a 30-minute private lesson, and then 30 minutes, they'll go through a 30-minute fitness session, and then 60 minutes of purposeful practice based on what we find on the private lesson side. And again, everything will be in the Coach Now app, centrally located. Once a month, we'll go out on the course and do a playing lesson. I want to see them play. They get to see me play. They can ask questions. We can talk about rules and etiquette, shot selection, course strategy, green reading, all that kind of fun stuff. Tournament weekends, we'll do a practice round the day before, maybe a couple days before if they're local tournaments. Just depends on the schedule. We'll do a course strategy and a prep session, kind of doing an overview. I like using Arcos, so I will print out some yardage books for the kids and give them an idea of their targets. Post-round or course strategy and prep, that's what that includes. And then post-round recap and planning. So this program is going to be $345 a month, and tournament and travel fees are not included. So this is just the training portion, and the tournament and travel fees are on your own. So if you're interested, shoot me a email, or actually just reply to, if you're watching this, reply to this or give me a call at 952-401-4653. There will be a tab down below this video where you can choose how, if you want to get registered for the program, you'll be able to do that. I'm actually going to make it mandatory to have just a 15-minute phone consultation, so we're on the same page and set up that first lesson. If you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call. Again, 952-401-4653, or you can email me at pluthb, it's P as in Paul, LUTHB @pga.com. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.